I'm Peter Brown, and you're watching Futbol Miami TV's Local News. Inter Miami launched their new website last week, where you can find more information on Freedom Park, Lockhart Stadium, the Academy, tickets, and supporters. Want to sign up for ticket information? You could do that right here. Want to join a supporters club? You could do that as well. And finally, you can get the logo merch we have all been waiting for, with more to come as we get closer to 2020. With the launch of the website, we get a new video rendering of Miami Freedom Park. You guys have probably seen it already, but let's take another look. We've got the heron logo that moves right into the flying heron that turns pink, that becomes the rooftop of the stadium. We've got wing-themed rooftop, beautiful pink coloring that they'll use some nice lighting effects on, which is a popular thing in all new stadiums. Nice signage in the front, great stadium atmosphere, nice aerial view, and we wrap it all up. We also have several pictures that allow us to take a deeper dive in Miami Freedom Park and Soccer Village. Let's take a look. All right, here we've got a great aerial shot where you really get a really nice overview of the entire Miami Freedom Park. The stadium really stands out. It looks really nice leaning up against the airport. You can see how tranquil of a place it looks. It is a true green space that Miami definitely needs. And here's a little bit closer view where you really get a good look at those wing-shaped rooftop on the stadium. It's very unique, something very special to Miami. But when you look at this building, it definitely, like I said before, fits right into the architecture that you see in Miami. Right next to American Airlines Arena or Marlins Ballpark. It fits in that same kind of aesthetics, but it's definitely special to Inter Miami. Right off to the right, it looks like there may be a hotel right up against the stadium. I'm not really sure, but it does have a swimming pool there, so I'm assuming it is a hotel because they did mention something about such a thing in this space. But let's look at the next one. All right, another great view as the sun is starting to set. The skyline is kind of pink looking, so is the stadium. Beautiful view. Cannot get over the rooftop. However, one thing to note, it does look like one end of the rooftop is open, so I don't know, maybe that's the supporters, maybe you're gonna get wet, not sure. When the argument came up about losing green space in Miami, all you have to do is look at this slide and look at all the people sitting there having picnics, watching a game on these massive screens. Imagine watch parties for away games, World Cup matches, so on and so forth, right there on the beautiful green lawn, massive screens for you to take in the game. This is beautiful. Now we see what it's going to look like as you walk up the steps and you're getting ready for game day. You're walking into this beautiful stadium. Again, to me, it has a familiar look from this angle as American Airlines Arena, and I don't think that's a bad thing. Miami has a specific design style. This falls right into place, but at the same time has its own individuality. Love it. We've walked up those steps. Now we're walking into the stadium where all the action happens. Look at those screens. They are very unique looking screens, how they kind of wrap around that open area. Really, really unique, interesting way to present video screens inside of the stadium. If this is the way it really turns out, I mean, I'm speechless. I'm really hoping this is how it looks when it's all said and done. This is beautiful. You may have seats right here. This is your view, maybe up high. Maybe the cheap seats, or these actually could be right around the area where you have some club seats. But look at the curves of this stadium. It looks like you're sitting up high, but still an amazing view of the game. I know I'm saying this a lot, but I can't help it. This just looks beautiful. Your average supporter is probably not going to get to see this very often, but this looks very, very nice for a high-end area where you can sit and watch the game from one of the end zones. You could sit there and play on your phone while the game's going on, apparently. But look at two things here. Look at the blue shirts that these guys are wearing. You've got a couple of people wearing blue Inter Miami shirts. This is something that's been talked about for quite a while. One of the Inter Miami owners, Marcelo Clore, also owns Club Bolivar in Bolivia. They are a team that wears blue. He has said from the beginning that he wants to incorporate blue into their look and feel. So here you go. This may be a sign of a shirt to come. Maybe we'll see that in the MLSstore.com's website soon enough, or on the new Inter Miami website. But another thing to look at here is this guy with a vuvuzela. We don't want that. Okay, that kind of guy with a vuvuzela is not going to be allowed in this luxury space. I'm just saying, get the vuvuzela out of there. Designers, it looks great up until that point. He's a crazy looking fan, but we don't need any vuvuzelas. All right, the game's over. We're walking away from the stadium, and we turn and look back, and this is what we see. This is what you're going to see, and this is what you're going to go to week in, week out. Love the Inter Miami logo right there on the concourse ground. Look at how the screens just completely wrap around the stadium. This is going to be a very unique stadium to MLS. County commissioners, let's get this done. The design fits right into place in the Miami skyline, feeling familiar to Miami while at the same time unique to Inter Miami. I think it's safe to say, if you're watching this video, you love what you see. But the rest of MLS and their fans may not feel the same way. No matter what Inter Miami does, tons of detractors all over social media and MLSsoccer.com continue to bash every move. Miami soccer fans, get used to being the most hated team in the league. We better be good. As far as MLS stadiums go, Miami will be right there at the top in design. But several other new MLS clubs have some pretty nice designs as well. Great time to be a fan of soccer in the U.S. Inter Miami Academy tryouts continue this week with South Florida's top talented kids taking their shot of getting into a professional academy that's free. One of Inter Miami's coaches and US 23 head coach Jason Kreis stressed the most important thing they are looking for is technical ability. It all starts with what the players can do with the ball. MLS clubs have really stressed the importance of growing their own local talent, and this year in particular, you see several young players making a difference in MLS, such as SC Dallas's Paxton Pomykal, Sporting KC's Gianluca Bushin, which I'm sure I'm saying it wrong, and Real Salt Lake's Corey Baird, to name a few. Will the next breakout homegrown MLS star wear pink and come from South Florida? Time will tell. What do you think of the Miami Freedom Park renderings? How do you think this stadium will stack up against the other MLS stadiums? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.